You ever notice how history tends to repeat itself? Sometimes it's in the big things, wars, depressions, pandemics, but sometimes it's also in the small things, like this picture of a crowded New York street from 1939 and this one from 2021. Yeah, that's not Manhattan. That's Times Square. And yeah, that's not Broadway. That's the West Side Highway. They're both scenes of everyday life, just from different eras. Well, today we're taking a look at some more of those hidden parallels, those surprising similarities between the way things were and the way things are. Because if you look closely enough, you can see that in some ways, not that much has changed at all. Let's start out in London, England in 1948. Britain was in the midst of a brutal summer heat wave. People were sweltering in their homes, in their offices. The heat even caused major disruptions to public transportation. All trains traveling into London were cancelled because the tracks had buckled from the intense heat. Sounds familiar? Well, how about now? Same scene, different year. This is London in 2022, dealing with another brutal summer heat wave. The heat caused major disruptions to public transportation. All trains traveling into London were cancelled because the tracks had buckled from the intense heat. What about Chicago? How about this mural painted in 1942, depicting a scene of everyday life for the people of that time? A woman strafing on a crowded subway car with all her worldly possessions. Looks like she could use a hand, right? Well, how about now? Same scene, different year. Here's a woman riding the subway in Chicago in 2022, doing the exact same thing. How about this one? A man pushing his way through a crowd to get to the front of the bus. He looks tired, frustrated, overwhelmed. Well, let's fast forward to now. Same scene, different year. Here's a man pushing his way through a crowd to get to the front of the bus. He looks tired, frustrated, overwhelmed. Speaking of crowds, take a look at this. On the left, fans cramming into Madison Square Garden to watch the Knicks play On the right, fans cramming into Madison Square Garden to watch the Knicks play in 2015. What do you think? Are these images from the same era? How about this one? People lining up to buy Black Friday deals in 2012. How about now? People lining up to buy Black Friday deals in 2022. Same thing, different year. And what about fashion? What's changed? Nothing, apparently. Here is a couple dressed up for a night out on the town in 1933. And here, is a couple dressed up for a night out on the town in 2030. They look like they could be from the same era. How about these two women? One snapped in 1964, the other in 2021. Same thing, different year. But perhaps nothing is more revealing than this. Take a look at this picture. On the left, it's a young boy holding a cardboard airplane and looking up in the sky, dreaming of flight. 1940. On the right, it's a young boy holding a cardboard airplane and looking up in the sky, dreaming of flight. 2010. It's amazing how the world changes and yet stays the same. How our lives are filled with new experiences, new technology, new challenges, but also with the same old human experiences. The same hopes and dreams and struggles that have been around since the beginning of time. So the next time you're feeling a little down, remember, no matter what you're going through, it's only temporary. It's only a moment in time in the grand scheme of things. And that goes back a lot longer than you think. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like, comment, and share.